The Mazda RX8 does great in the winter for a rear-wheel drive car, but there's a couple things I like to prepare on it to get it ready for the winter months. Over here on the East Coast we get a little bit of snow occasionally, and the roads get salted. I start by replacing all of my wheels with my OEM ribs with snow tires. These stick better in the colder temperatures due to the compound and have an aggressive tread design for the snow. Tires are by far the most important component when prepping your RX-8 for winter, because this is your only contact to the ground, unless you're slammed, where your whole frame is on the ground too, which brings me to my next point. I'm also lowered on coilovers, so I raise up the front end of my car to get that front bumper over some of that snow and prevent snow and salt buildup in my oil coolers, radiator fans, or near my intake duct. After raising my car, I will wash and wax my car to protect the paint from harsh winter conditions. Also, after I drive in the snow or see that the roads are pre-salted, I will wash the underside of my car to prevent the salt from rusting the metal components. The RX-8 engine by design gets very hot, so I usually have a higher concentration of water in my coolant than antifreeze, closer to a 75-25 mix instead of a 50-50. Water has a higher specific heat, but in the winter it is cold and I don't really need that extra water, so a 50-50 mix works for me to keep my coolant from freezing. The next fluid that needs to be changed is the oil. I'm going to be using a lower temperature oil, such as a 10W40 instead of the 15W40 that I use in the summer, which is more suitable for the lower temperatures. Now there's a huge debate on the oil to use, but 15W40 is what I use in the spring and the summer, and 10W40 is what I use in the winter. I made this decision based on a lot of research, along with observation of weather patterns in my area, so this is not just an ignorant decision. I encourage you all to do thorough research on what oil to use and make your own decision. This is pretty important for any car, but especially a rotary engine, because we all know how critical oil is to your apex seals. Now that your RX-8's prepped for the winter, here's a couple things I like to carry with me, just in case. First is, of course, a shovel. If you get stuck, you really need this to dig yourself out. Next thing I carry is a brush. This has a brush and a scraper on it to clean those windows after an unexpected snowfall, just so you can see the road again. Another thing I like to carry is jumper cables, because in the cold, your battery, it can drain sometimes, so it's always good to be prepared and have jumper cables with you, or an extra battery to jump your car. The next thing I carry is a tiny air compressor to inflate my tires, because in the cold, the air shrinks, it compresses, and your tires can lose pressure, so it's always a good idea to carry a pump or an air compressor with you, so you can inflate your tires. Now, besides all this stuff in the trunk, I usually carry around an extra jacket, a pocket knife, a first aid kit, all those basic necessities that you may need if you're stuck in a sticky situation. So now when you get hit with some snow, you can take your RX-8 out and rip it instead of leaving it in the garage. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more videos of this car in the snow coming in the near future. See you in the next one.